Hey everyone, this is Iamthetie, JT, coming back at you with I think I'm on part 15 or part 16 of this dungeon. If you read this note, he's telling you that, basically you need magic power, and, if crazy guy attacks you like that, you need the fire rod. And, this dungeon is way too long to fit into one video. I came to the conclusion of, I'm going to go ahead and go as far as I'll cut it off at whatever point I feel like, but I'm gonna explore this dungeon at my leisure. I actually like this dungeon a lot. This dungeon's pretty good. Actually, when my cousins gave me the game, just kind of a little short story, they left a save file right after dungeon number 4, so this is actually the first dungeon that I ever played on this game itself. So I actually like this dungeon a lot. It's a little bit complicated, but I enjoyed it a whole bunch. The easiest way to kill all these guys is to use a fire move, or you can obviously hit them with the sword, but if you use the Bombos medallion, it will kill all of them. And normally they give you magic power. Never mind. Well, a lot of the times they give you magic power, so it makes your job a lot easier. There we go. I got the compass now. You know, you just move in the appropriate direction. I feel like is obviously you'd be forced to move in that direction. And we'll just go ahead and use the magic again, and then get rid of these crazy people attacking us. And then I saw a really cool thing the other day that I didn't even think about doing, but I realized that if you throw magic powder on this guy, I think he gives you something. You can try to do that. Since I am going to split this video in half. Yeah, he gives you a fairy, so there you go. But obviously you can't do anything on this side, so, you know, just go ahead and go back through here. We need to find a way to get to that side. But obviously this is the only door we haven't tried, the door up to the top, so we'll go ahead and just go through here. And then a little hint for you guys, if you ever run into a lot of trouble. Well, I can't really show you right now, because I don't have enough magic, but when I get some more magic, basically what you want to do is you want to freeze a bad guy. And when you freeze a bad guy, what happens is if you hit him with the hammer, and you break him, normally he turns into a magic meter for you. And then clearly, we need to find a way to get across there. So, let's leave something that can actually make that change while we're on this side. There you go. And then I'll go ahead and just drop a bomb right here, because it looks like that floor can break, and we'll go ahead and just drop down here. And then you cannot destroy the skeleton knight with the sword alone. When he collapses, he is vulnerable to another weapon. I will show you that weapon. It's a bomb. Like, you have to... Basically, what you want to do is you want to smack him first and get him to collapse. And then when he's on the ground, just drop a bomb next to him and he'll explode. When I first ran through this game, I didn't realize the bomb was what he was weak to. I realized that if you throw the boomerang at him multiple times, and you do that for about a minute, he does die eventually. I think out of sheer boredom of the fact that you use the boomerang for that long. But, you know, you can't judge me. I think I was 10 years old when I went through it the first time, so you gotta cut me a little bit of slack, right? We'll go ahead and go through this door, and obviously I didn't hit the switch there, because otherwise I would have to backtrack if I did that, so I don't feel like backtracking. And then you want to rush across here as quickly as possible, that way you avoid that fire. And then I believe this just opens up the door over on that side, but I think this might be a chance for me to try out that trick that I was going to tell you guys about. Check it out, I froze him, and then I believe if I hit him with a hammer, he turns into a magic meter. So that's a really easy way to fill up your magic if you're running low. Magic is really, really important in this particular dungeon. So I would definitely suggest if you're running low, just go ahead and do that to a bad guy. It works really, really well. It's a good trick. So. And then obviously I kill these penguins. I guess they're like evil versions of Empoleon, if you guys are into Pokemon, 4th generation. Just, you know, don't move too quickly right here. Guys gonna attack. I don't need to go through that door yet. I will go through there in good time. I'm gonna go ahead and just go through here. I cannot go through the door without the key. And obviously the floor starts to collapse on me, and that's not cool. So I have no choice. I'm just gonna have to drop down and see what happens. And then he leaves me a little note, and then he's just like, you're gonna need the the Medicine of Magic if you don't have it already, in order to progress really far into the dungeon, or you need to find a way to recover it. And I've shown you many ways to recover it, so go ahead and do that if you have a chance. I'm going to go ahead and just go in this general direction, because I kind of watched a walkthrough, but I like this dungeon enough where I don't mind exploring, and since I can't cram it all into one, I'm just going to go ahead and just play through it, kind of wing it. But here's a fun trick for you guys. Obviously you can use the hookshot and get over there. And now there's the treasure chest. I'm gonna go over there in just a second, but you know, I believe there's some items on the other side of here. Oh, never mind. Fake. But I'll go ahead and just grab that treasure chest right now. It's a key, and then in order to make that skull appear, I'm gonna have to enter through here again, and then it reappears, so go ahead and just go across there, and we'll go downstairs here now and figure out what's over here. Oh dear me. Don't want to turn into a bunny rabbit, so obviously I will avoid that. And skeleton drops down, so bomb time. That guy is the bomb. But now I've made another treasure chest appear. I think people drop down when you do that. Oh, never mind. It just opens up the door. But here's where the map is. And now we have the compass and the map. So obviously, you know, you can go ahead and actually take a look at the dungeon map now. We've hit pretty much every single room already. So, and if you pull on this tongue, it will reopen that door. Just in case you guys are wondering. But if you go through here, this should be the big key. So there you go. Here's the big key. And then I'm just going to go ahead and go back the way I came. Because I do have a plan. We'll go ahead and just hookshot back over there. So dangerous. Do you feel like you'd be traveling over there since you didn't really lift? It would be kind of a big deal. And this is kind of a tricky room overall. You can see that there's a staircase going downstairs. But the thing about when you're on the ice, for some reason, this game makes it really, really hard to get through there. You need to line yourself, link up perfectly in order to get down there. So sometimes it takes a little bit of practice. Go ahead and, you know, just fight your way through. Obviously, if these guys come and attack you, just hit them with a fire rod. That's the only thing that kills them. And this makes bombs appear. So clearly you need to do something with these bombs. That's why they always give you bombs. Whenever they give you a bomb, it's normally because you need to blow a hole in something. So if you drop your way through there, that would be, it wouldn't be good for you. Don't do that. Drop on this side. This gets you the blue mail. And for those of you who don't know, the blue mail reduces your damage. I think it's by 30% or 50%. I didn't read it a while ago. So, you know, obviously you guys could probably read. And then this, just a little note that I was reading the other day. Apparently, the dungeon is different between the Game Boy Advance version and the Super NES version. That room is different. Basically, they set it up because what happened was in the Super Nintendo version is that a lot of people would cheat and they would go through dungeon number 6 before going through dungeon number 5. And if you guys don't know what the treasure is in dungeon number 5, or dungeon number 6, I mean, it happens to be something called the Cane of Samaria, and the Cane of Samaria allows you to generate a block. And I'll show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. Go ahead and bomb this guy really quickly, and then kill this turd meister who's attacking me. So basically, as you can see, you need to find a way to keep pressure on that switch in order to get through the next room. So, in the Game Boy Advance version, they changed it so you just have to drop to the other side of the room. They split the room in half, but in this version, you have to go back to the top. And if you guys recall correctly, what was in this area was a, well, I'll just go into the room and I'll show you. I'll just point it out right now. But basically, there's a couple of blocks right there, and what you want to do is you're going to have to push a block into that hole, and then obviously drop down into the hole also. So they, so basically they tried to make sure that you couldn't cheat and then go through dungeon number 6 before you went through dungeon number 5 in terms of a speedrun. But in order to get through here, there is a switch somewhere, which I'm trying to find right now. And you just go ahead and you step on the switch, and then that will allow you to get through the next thing. And I apologize if the sound skipped right there. My screensaver turned on while I was playing. Here we go. I was the very last pot I pick up. Go figure, you know? My luck. Yeah, just go ahead and dart across here. Obviously, if you can't make it in time, go ahead and equip the magic cape. That works very well also. And I need to find a way to get another key. So, there you go. Here's another key. And then these guys are following me, but I'm going to pay more attention to this creepy Iceman trying to attack me. But obviously these guys can probably give me magic, so I'm going to go ahead and just kill them if I have a chance. Oh, they didn't give me any magic. I should have froze them. I was kind of hoping I wouldn't have to. But anyway, this is the main room where we fell in before. If you remember when we first made that plunge into that room where we pretty much had to drop down, this is the bottom part of the room. So we'll just go ahead and go through here. And then, basically the only repetitive thing about this whole dungeon is now you drop through this hole. And you go ahead and you go through here, but it's still blocked off, obviously, because we haven't hit a switch yet. Like, we need to find a way, we need to find a switch and then hit it. So obviously we're gonna go back downstairs, and then hopefully that one room that needed a key, we do have one key now. We'll just go ahead and unlock that room, and I feel like we'll be in pretty good shape. Hey, but you hear a little clinking noise, so you can't kill him unless you actually use the fire rod. But there we go. We can unlock this door now, and then there you go. Here's the switch. And then you see that I normally just hit it again, and then it'll run into the brick and then just kind of expire. So just kind of a hint for you guys. I filled up the thing all the way. We've gone ahead and we've hit the switch. So now we're just gonna go ahead and go back upstairs. And the thing is that we're actually blocked off when we get over to this location. We are gonna have to backtrack through the dungeon. If you drop to the left or the right, you can go ahead and just get back to But obviously you can't go through this way. It'll be tempting. You will drop down there the first time you do it, because I did that before. But that block is too far away to hit the switch. And the block, basically, you can only push a block one square before it stops moving. So you are gonna have to push it from the other side. So we will have to backtrack. I'll go ahead and do the backtracking right now. Pretty sure this video is gonna run long. So basically, I will open that next door, and then I will save the game, and then we'll fight the boss in the next video. And then, you know, I'll run a couple more errands, and then we'll get to the next dungeon. So, how about that? I think that's a pretty good setup. But here we go, we're back in this room. And obviously the ice makes it much harder to hit the switch than you would like. So much harder to move when you're on ice. Killing me. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and drop down here, and then now we have safe passage, and I'm gonna go ahead and kill this guy so he won't attack me anymore. So yeah, I push the block down here, and you can see the two blocks. That is the second block I pushed. It's right there next to the switch. Go ahead and push that. I don't feel like killing everyone in the room. Let me go ahead and go into this room. And I will go ahead and stop the video here. So like, comment, and subscribe, guys. In the next part of the video, we will actually finish up this dungeon. So see you guys later. Bye.